Let's go. You're watching the 49ers Report live here on Chat Sports. We're going to be discussing the latest 49ers news, injury report, updates on Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. We'll get into some 49ers rumors, an update on Charles Omenihu, and we'll continue to preview this star-studded matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Cannot wait for our watch party on Sunday. I hope you all join us. Now, I do want you to be honest with me here in the comment section, because I understand that the faithful is confident. 12 wins in a row, a potentially all-time roster with future Hall of Famers and all-pros. Kyle Shanahan has been in his bag. But the Philadelphia Eagles are here for a reason as well. This is the Final Four in the NFL, so grade the Eagles as a team on a scale of 1 to 100. I know a lot of you like to play Madden out there, so scale the birds. How good do you think they are? This is also our corresponding poll question here, which is different to a certain degree. The more difficult matchup for the 49ers, Cowboys-Eagles. 71% of the votes with Philadelphia, 29% for the Cowboys. They're frauds. Now, let's take a look at what you're saying here in the chat. Byron McCant said 85. Brian and Chewy go hiking, 91. Polar Splash, 90. Sven, 85. Jason Kenny, 93. Travion Bender, 15. 47 from Vance Warner. Market Focus with a 90. Big Dez with a 90. EC with an 89. 551 Jersey Boy 75. George Kittle 92. Chick Taker 90. D-Wash 94. Lisa Bailey 90. So I would put the 49ers in that 90 to 95 range, and I think Philadelphia is there as well because both of these two teams are very evenly matched. Now, we do have this next question because Abby Alonso needs to know, more of a daddy, Nick Bosa or Christian McCaffrey? Help Abby determine who the bigger daddy is here by typing your NB or your CMC. Let us know down below in the comments section. The comments were certainly weird before we went live, and they're set to get interesting throughout the day. Johnny! Let's see. 551 said Bosa. Papachon Bosa. Henry said CMC. Mac Daddy CMC. Vance, Nick Bosa. Lisa Bailey, Nick Bosa. Izzy B with CMC. Polar Splash, Nick Bosa. None. BCB from Bem. And check out Abby's screensaver on her phone now. So that's her answer. It's Nick Bosa. So if you're with Abby, type those NBs.
Actually, sir, it's Daddy Bosa.
She calls him Daddy Bosa. I apologize. John Wallace, I'm leaving that to the ladies, LOL. Speaking of John Wallace, he starts things off with the $5 super chat. Little something to get it started. I say Eagles 92, San Francisco 91, only because of Hurts, but we'll match them tone for tone. He's not talking about the score here in case you're just joining us. I asked you to rate the Eagles on a Madden scale with their entire roster from 1 to 100. So it is very close, but that's why this matchup is set to be fantastic. We'll show you our super chat menu coming up here in just a little while. George Kittle said he's the big daddy. So there you go. Thomas Roman said BDB instead of BCB, Big Daddy Bosa. So, interesting answers here in the chat. Ban Esteban said, LOL, true, John. Next up, where are you watching from? It continues to be oh so sweet to be bringing you these shows from Dallas, Texas, where in the last 2 years in the NFL playoffs, San Francisco has been victorious over the Dallas Cowboys as they are set to now take on the Philadelphia Eagles. So where are you? Let us know. Travion, Pennsylvania. Roderick Bennett, California. Sven in Germany. We go international for the first time. Let's get it. Denton, Texas. Pennsylvania. Big Des, South Carolina. Roderick, L.A. That's either Louisiana or Los Angeles. Jose, Chester County in the house. That's where I grew up. What's up, Jose? Good to hear from you again. Good to chop it up yesterday. Little Rock, Arkansas from BK from the Bay. John Wallace, Germany. Even though John Wallace is in North Carolina, but he's showing love to the Germans. Niner for Life, Ohio. Fresno, California from Orlando. Eloise, Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Westchester right here. Let's go. York, PA from Snipes Mac. Viva Las Vegas, baby, from Dave Zobel. Pine Bluff, Arkansas, from Vance Warner. Now, we do have this question to run it back once again. Comment your height and your shoe size for a shout-out. This has provided some really good laughs over the last couple of days as we like to keep it light here on the show. And also, do not jinx the 49ers. I want you to like that video, hit that thumbs up icon so that San Francisco can beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Continue to smash that thumbs up icon. We appreciate the support. Dave Zobel, 5'8", 10.5. Kevin Clement, 5'11", 10.5. Isaac, 6'5", size 18. You playing hoops? Throwing down the rocker. George Shores, 5'9", size 10. That's a dunk, all right? Wolves, New Jersey, 8.5. Izzy B, 5'3", size 4. She likes to tell us she wears kids' shoes. Keith Walker, 6'4", 8.5 shoe size. Yep. John Wallace, 5'8.5", shoe size 12. Good stuff right there. Couple ways for you to get involved all throughout the day. Hashtag 49ers or Super Chat. If you want to get featured on the program, we will be doing a mailbag on today's show as well. So if you want to join us, Super Chat, hashtag 49ers. And we have an awesome Super Chat menu here. $5, Niner mug cheers. $10, we're going to spin a virtual wheel. $20, you can sign the John Wallace football that we're going to send to our guy, John. $50, I'm going to do a coffee beer bong out of the Toby Willis helmet. And for $100, Trace, he will do a keg stand. Here is our wheel. We're going to spin it one time to show you what we have. And if you have a good suggestion as to what you can add to our virtual wheel, let us know with the Super Chat, and we can get it featured on here. For instance, whoever sends in a Super Chat meeting the Super Chat menu, it lands on the 16 Bar King Freestyle. So that's what we would have to do if you do send in a Super Chat to meet the spinning of the wheel. So there you go. We're about to have some fun on today's show. Really excited to talk about all things Niners. John Wallace with that $5 Super Chat. I do have to give him a Niner mug cheers. So cheers to you, John. We also have a lot of our Super Chat MVPs on a wheel as well. And we want to show some love to some of our Super Chat MVPs who have donated all throughout the year through the Super Chat function. They continue to support our show. And there's a lot of names on here. Whatever it lands on, we will chant your name. Words, 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 words. Other names we have on there. And let us know if we're forgetting anybody. We have Matt Smith, John Wallace, John Aiello. We have Scott W. We have Patriot Fighter, Rick Nyers, Olive Oil, Ninerhead, Paul Coover, and Toby Willis. Those are some of the biggest Super Chatters all throughout the year. If you think you should be on there, let us know. We can add you on. And once again, here is our Super Chat menu. Esmeralda said, WTF, LOL. Hey, we're just having fun. George Kittle, 6'5", shoe size Magnum. Very funny. Byron McCants using that hashtag 49ers. You love to see that as well. Here's what we have coming your way on today's show. Latest Niners injury news. Big updates on Deebo Samuel as well as Christian McCaffrey. We have a Charles Omenihu update after he was arrested for suspicion of misdemeanor domestic violence on Monday night by San Jose police. And we're going to continue to break down this awesome tilt between San Francisco and Philadelphia. 185 people watching live right now, only 47 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon and like the video if you're ready for this show to start. And without further ado, let's talk some Niners football right now. Welcome into the 49ers Report. I'm Chase Sr. Appreciate all of you for tuning into today's program. Coming your way on today's show, latest Niners injury news. We have a Charles Omenihu update after he was arrested on Monday night. And also, we're going to continue to break down this awesome NFC Championship tilt, a heavyweight bout between San Francisco and Philadelphia. Before we do get started, though, make sure you subscribe to the show. This has been an unbelievable season right here on the 49ers Report in terms of views, our watch party numbers, our audience participation, and us continuing to grow to give you videos every single day as the one-stop shop for all things Niners all throughout the year. 85 people away from 77,000 subscribers. Can we get there with this show? hit that subscribe button and lock us in. And I know that we have a great matchup on the actual field in South Philadelphia on Sunday for the right to play in Super Bowl 57. We also have a great sub-battle here inside the walls of Chat Sports. I do host both of these shows. Some people want to rip me for it, but I'll tell you this. I've watched every single snap of the 49ers and Eagles this year. Nobody better out there to help get you ready for kickoff than yours truly. If you want to continue to own Philadelphia Eagles now, you can do it. Channel about double the size. Once again, please make sure you subscribe. 49ers injury report here on this Wednesday. It's busy, it's long, and it certainly does include some notable names on this 49ers roster. Christian McCaffrey not practicing today because of that calf injury we've been talking about all week. Deebo Samuel was listed as a non-participant in practice, but he said, you know what? I feel like I'm okay with my ankle injury. He was seen in a limited fashion on the practice field. Elijah Mitchell didn't practice because of a groin. Jimmy Garoppolo with an ankle. Ambry Thomas was a limited participant with his ankle injury. And I understand there are a lot of key players here who are huge to the 49ers' success on Sunday against a very good Eagles team. No need to panic, though. 49ers were 14-3 in the regular, or 13-4 in the regular season. Now they have 15 wins. They've played 2 playoff games. Nobody in the NFL is healthy this time of year. That is the realistic nature of playing this deep into the playoffs. As for the latest on Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle Shanahan saying he had an x-ray on his foot on Tuesday. Shanahan does not expect Jimmy G to practice this week. It continues to be more and more likely that Josh Johnson will be the backup for Brock Purdy. And if the Niners do punch their ticket to Glendale, Arizona by beating Philly, then maybe Jimmy Garoppolo could be the backup for San Francisco. As for Deebo Samuel, said his ankle is very sore. If you remember, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers several weeks ago, he did suffer that freakish injury to his knee as well as his ankle. He said, no worries, there is no doubt that I'm going to be on the field. Now, a couple of weeks ago against Seattle, I thought that Deebo looked terrific with the pull-away speed, him turning on the afterburners he hit, just that different edge on that breakaway touchdown, 70-plus yards from Brock Purdy. Didn't do a lot against the Dallas Cowboys, but his implementation into the game plan here, even using him as a disguised weapon, going to be important with how well the Eagles' defense is playing, some of the juggernauts on that side of the ball for Philadelphia, and how important it is to have Deebo confuse the opposition with using him as a wide receiver in the slot, outside, as well as in the backfield by himself, or even with Christian McCaffrey. Again, he was on the practice field today. That's a very good sign for his status. As for the latest on Charles Omenihu, as we continue to keep it moving, arrested on Monday, in case you didn't know, on suspicion of misdemeanor domestic violence. His girlfriend alleged that he pushed her to the ground during an argument, and when police observed her, they did not see any physical injuries. So we'll see what happens on that front. Of course, it is a legal matter. Charles Omenihu did return to practice for the Niners on Wednesday, and Shanahan did say that he is most likely going to play in the NFC Championship game, which from a football perspective is obviously pretty important for the Niners because he's been a very valuable depth defensive lineman for this team. As for what exactly Kyle Shanahan said about Omenihu, quote, we're letting the legal process take care of itself, so if he's healthy, he'll play this week. We've looked into it the last 48 hours, not only himself, but other people. We don't feel we should kick him off our team at this time, and the NFL also did not levy a suspension on Omenihu either. For what he's done this year, he's been really good considering that he's not a full-time player. He's more of a rotational piece so you can play at defensive end and defensive tackle. And since getting acquired by San Francisco from the Houston Texans at the NFL trade deadline in 2021, looked as though that maybe he was going to be a fringe roster type of player with Houston. He's ended up being a lot more than that. Made some huge plays against the Cowboys in the wild card round 2 years ago in 2021, during the 2021 season, I should say. And then against the Seahawks in the wild card round this year, 2.5 sacks and that forced fumble. In the regular season, 4.5 sacks for Omenihu. That's a career high with 54 pressures, 39 hurries, 10 quarterback hits. The best way to really encapsulate what he does, he really is just a disruptor outside and on the interior of this defensive line for San Francisco. And this Eagles offensive line against the 49ers defensive line. It's a huge matchup. And now we know that Charles Omenihu probably going to play in this football game. This is a matchup that we've been talking about all week between a position group with Philly's offensive line that's probably the best in the NFL against one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. This game could be decided in the trenches. Now, if you're loving this 49ers playoff push, show us in the comments section. We want to hear from the faithful. Type bang, bang down below. This has been a magical ride, folks. You start off 3-4, confusing losses early. You lose to the Bears week 1, Broncos, Atlanta Falcons. You get crushed by the Chiefs in an embarrassing game for the Niners. From that point, they've been the hottest team in football, have not lost, and it has been so fun to cover this squad. The 49ers report today and our playoff coverage is sponsored by Athletic Greens, a brand new sponsor here at Chat Sports that means a lot to me. I take AG1 every single day, and the health benefits are really drastic as part of my daily process, and you can get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try originally because given my work schedule at Chat Sports combined with my training regimen, as I'm on a mission to run every single day for a year straight, I'm at about 250 straight days right now. I needed and wanted sustained energy to stay healthy by keeping my immune system intact so that I can strive toward those professional work life, giving you videos every single day, goals, as well as my personal fitness goals. I take AG1 every morning as part of my routine, and it really does set the table for the rest of my day. It's helped improve my gut health. It's boosted my energy, supports my immune system, helps me recover since I'm putting such a toll on my body. I do in my daily life try to steer clear of chemicals and harsh ingredients. That's why I love AG1, and it's 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. I just simply mix one small scoop of AG1 with water. I drink it first thing in each morning or before and after my workouts. I also love that something that's this good for you and prioritizing your health and wellness costs less than $3 a day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D, which could also keep your immune system in place. Really was important according to studies during COVID and combating the coronavirus, and still remains that to be true. 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So head to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. Link is available in the comment section as well as the description of this video. And the packaging is also awesome. That's how you know that this company is legit. As for the latest Eagles injury news here, Nick Sirianni saying everybody on that roster going to be out on the practice field today. Nick Sirianni also hopeful that one of the best slot corners in the NFL, Avonte Maddox, who suffered a toe injury on Christmas Eve, can play on Sunday as well. And the big news for Philly's offense, A.J. Brown expected to be on the practice field for a team that has relied on him a lot as he's compiled nearly 1,500 receiving yards this year. He did address the media in the locker room today and said, look, I was a little bit banged up. No worries. I will be out there for Sunday's game. You can expect me to be on the field and have it on and popping for this Eagles offense. And for the Niners defense and their secondary, big matchup going up against this Eagles receiving core. But first, let's talk about Avonte Maddox here before we get to that aforementioned matchup and more. Avonte Maddox being back, big deal for the Eagles because the 49ers are so stacked offensively. And Avonte Maddox is a very good slot corner. And when you think about Kyle Shanahan's usage of some of his weapons in this offense, he likes to use Brandon Ayuk as well as Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and even Christian McCaffrey out of that slot position. So if the Eagles are without Avonte Maddox, that is an edge for San Francisco to exploit. And Maddox being back also gives Philadelphia a little bit more depth on that defense because that then means that C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who tied for the league high in interceptions this year in the regular season with 6, can go back to safety, and Philadelphia can kind of combat the Niners' passing game by dropping back some more defensive backs in coverage. As for A.J. Brown, let's circle back to him because I want to talk a little bit about this matchup between the Niners defense, their secondary in particular, as well as A.J. Brown. Going to be a tall task. And the Cowboys did not have the depth of options in the passing game that Philadelphia has. They have C.D. Lamb. Noah Brown's their number 2. Michael Gallup coming off the torn ACL really was just okay. They had to sign T.Y. Hilton off the street late in the year. Cowboys aren't the Eagles offensively, and Jalen Hurts has been playing better than Dak Prescott for the entire season. A.J. Brown, so good. 1,500 receiving yards this year on 88 catches. Avonte Smith, also fantastic. 95 grabs. He was used a lot for nearly 1,200 yards. And Dallas Goedert against this linebacking core, against Jimmy Ward, against this entire defense as a whole. San Francisco going to have to lock him down as well. Basically has the same type of game as George Kittle. And the 49ers cornerbacks, they have come under scrutiny over the last few weeks because a lot of fans, and we've seen it play out, have some questions about how Deommodore Lenoir and Charvarius Ward can hold up in coverage. To Lenoir's credit, he's been better. I've defended him. He has 2 interceptions in his last 2 games. His instincts have been pretty good. He's held up well in coverage. Earlier in the year, I thought he played fantastic against Cooper Kupp when Cooper Kupp was healthy. Charvarius Ward, considering the money that the Niners are paying him, been a little bit inconsistent. He got toasted by DK Metcalf in the wild card round, but when he's on, he can play well. When he's not, we saw it in the AFC Championship game last year, Jamar Chase cooked him. And for Jimmy Ward, a traditional safety, who I think is actually added to his value, bumping down to nickel, playing in the slot, and playing very well indeed. More Eagles injury news. That is important for this football game as well. Lane Johnson, he has this abductor strain. He's going to have to get surgery after the year. Because of that injury, he missed the last couple of weeks of the regular season. Eagles got that bye week. He was able to rest up a little bit, returned last week, and was really good. Limited participant in practice, but he's going to be matched up against Nick Bosa. And if you are an offensive lineman nerd and a defensive lineman and pass rushing nerd, it's one of the best matchups you can dream of. Nick Bosa, future Hall of Famer, all-around stud if he stays healthy, against Lane Johnson, best right tackle in the game, and probably a future Hall of Famer. Lane Johnson's been great this year. Nick Bosa's been great this year. Who's going to win this battle? Can't wait to watch it play out. 18.5 sacks this year for Bosa. That ranked number 1 in the NFL. He had 90 pressures, according to Pro Football Focus, on top of 48 quarterback hits. His overall grade and pass rush grade checking in at a shade under 91. Pro Football Focus run defense grade at 81, 39 stops, and he has been named a finalist to win Defensive Player of the Year. And what's going to give? Bosa against Lane Johnson, otherwise known as the Lane Train, because Lane Johnson has not given up a sack, miraculously enough, in 2 seasons. Total snaps in the regular season, 972. Pass blocking snaps, 551, and with that, 0 sacks allowed, 0 hits allowed, and only 9 pressures. Also, what San Francisco could look to do with Bosa is not line him up against Lane Johnson. You try to take advantage of the other tackle in Jordan Mailata, who's still really good. I don't care what the numbers say. Turn on the tape. He's a very good right tackle, or left tackle, in this game. But because Lane Johnson is so good, and because D'Amico Ryans likes to have Bosa line up on both lines of the scrimmage, check out for a matchup Bosa against Mailata, another matchup to watch. Now, as I said a little bit earlier, I cover the Eagles for Eagles Now and the 49ers for the 49ers Report. Nobody better equipped to talk about this matchup this week than yours truly, so feel free to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. And let's continue to really preview this game between San Francisco and Philadelphia. What a battle it is going to be, because the Eagles' strengths up against what the 49ers do well are paramount and evident on both sides of the ball. For instance, how about this Eagles offense against this Niners defense? Eagles offensive rankings this year, they have really just been tremendous. Points per game, averaging almost 29 points per game. Second in the NFL this year. Yards per game, number 3 in the league. Points per play, 3rd in the league. Third down conversion rate, they're good. They converted on 47+% of their third down. San Francisco, a little bit weak in that area. Something to, of course, monitor here. 4th down conversion percentage. Nick Sirianni likes to go for it a lot. Kyle Shanahan on the offensive side of the ball, a little bit more measured in what he likes to do in terms of his aggressiveness. But Philadelphia, they converted on nearly 69% of their 4th down conversions. Red zone scoring percentage, 3rd in the NFL. Touchdowns per game, almost 4. It's almost 28 points per game. Like we showed you, that was number 1 in the NFL. So you match up what Philadelphia does well, especially with their rushing offense, almost 5 yards per carry, with what the Niners do well. And this is going to be a matchup that could be one of the best NFC Championship games of all time because of all of the star-studded talent that we're seeing across this entire roster, but the strengths of each team basically complementing what the other team does well too. And as for this Niners defense, 49ers have allowed a score on less than 27% of all drives this year. A score. We're not just talking touchdowns. We're talking touchdowns and field goals. That is the lowest in the NFL since 2019. This 49ers defense is special. They can become even more special if they put the clamps on this explosive Eagles offense. We'll round out with this. Kyle Shanahan, some players on this roster getting recognized for the NFL awards list. Kyle Shanahan has been named a finalist to win Coach of the Year. Now, this graphic was misleading because this is according to the NFL AP Coach of the Year. There are 3 finalists. It's Kyle Shanahan, Brian Daboll, as well as Doug Peterson. As for Nick Bosa, a finalist to win Defensive Player of the Year, alongside Micah Parsons, who I think Bosa was better than throughout this year, and Chris Jones. And as for Christian McCaffrey, he was named a finalist to win Comeback Player of the Year. So Christian McCaffrey on that list. And then Brock Purdy, a finalist to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. This has become somewhat controversial, right? Because Brock Purdy made 6 starts in the regular season, and Kenneth Walker for the Seahawks played a lot. So too did Garrett Wilson. I don't know how Chris Olave didn't get on there. But Purdy, at the league's most important position, went 6-0. He completed 68% of his passes, played really good football and meaningful football at the most difficult position to play. So Brock Purdy, a finalist to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and of course Christian McCaffrey, a finalist for Comeback Player of the Year for compiling nearly 2,000 all-purpose yards all throughout this year. Before we hop on out of here for this segment, Bang Bang Niner Gang, subscribe today. We've had you covered all throughout the week with the best coverage leading up to kickoff, so hit that subscribe button. And as always, we appreciate all of you for watching the 49ers Report. All right, more Super Chats did come in. Snipes Mac, Niner Gang, let's go. That's a Niners beer mug cheers. As for our Super Chat menu, 400 people watching live, $5, Niner mug cheers, as I did. $10, we will spin the virtual wheel. $20 gets your name on the John Wallace football that we're going to send to the OG John Wallace. If we get a $50 Super Chat, I'll do a coffee beer bong out of the Toby Willis Niners helmet. And for a $100 Super Chat, a Trace keg stand. That is our Super Chat menu for today. We are going to do a mailbag as well. So if you want to get your questions answered, feel free to hop on board, join the show. A couple of ways for you to do that. Hashtag 49ers, better yet, Super Chat, to chop it up with us. So let us know if you want to be a part of the show by getting those questions, those comments, those hot takes in. Looking at the comment section, Paul Coover, we had you on our Super Chat MVP wheel a little bit earlier. Hopefully you saw it. Paul Coover said 3120 San Francisco. Another reminder, Paul, we've been using your football as a little bit of a prop. This is the John Wallace football during game day on Sunday. We had the Paul Coover football. We'll get you, everybody, your Super Chat winnings because we like to use them as props. So probably after the season or in the lead up, hopefully, to the Super Bowl. All right, we're talking about quarterbacks here. Does size matter? Y for yes, N for no. A lot of talk about Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts this week. So does size matter? Because everybody wants to say that Brock Purdy is a little bit too slight. Y for yes, N for no. Brock Purdy, 8 games, 7 starts this year. Has he been the level of quarterback that Jalen Hurts has been? No, probably not. But it doesn't mean San Francisco can't win this football game. 8 games, 7 starts. He's completed 67% of his passes, nearly 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns to 3 picks. It's been great. He's been great. Niners win. No. Richie, no. Gene M, no. Let's see. Any other good ones? Randy, that's funny, man. That's funny. Does size matter? Y for yes, N for no. John Wallace, give me a spin, family. Let's show him the Super Chat wheel first, Trace, because we have John Wallace, we have Words of Wisdom, and we have Paul Coover watching the show. Not sure if we saw Toby Willis in the chat. I thought I may have, but maybe not. So John will give us an actual spinning of the wheel for the actual spin. Then we'll show the Super Chat MVP wheel. So we can spin this, and if you have a recommendation as far as what you want on here, just let us know. And it's going to land on Sniff the Salts. We got to wake up a little bit. So we have the smelling salts. Woo! That'll wake you up. Hopefully the Niners are awake on Sunday. And now we'll show you our Super Chat MVP wheel. Check out the names on here. These are the people who have sent the biggest Super Chats this year and the most Super Chats this year. If you think you should be on this list, please let us know and remind us. Words of Wisdom, Patriot Fighter, Olive Oil, Ninerhead, Paul Coover. He's watching the show. How about that? Paul. You're our winner. Words of Wisdom with the $2 Super Chat. This is good. Words of Wisdom's always down to have a good time. He sent in the $2 Super Chat. This is the one from John. Give me a spin, family. See what we get. Is there any coverage we can use to maintain their receivers and spy Jalen at the same time? Niners 30, Philly 24. My answer, no. Size does not matter. So for the 49ers defense, like, you do run into a little bit of a problem with spying Jalen Hurts, because then it takes a linebacker away from the screen game that Philadelphia likes to run, their tight end screen game, or running a tight end down the seam, and Dallas Goedert and all of their weapons. And this week we really haven't talked a lot about a guy like Quez Watkins, who's a vertical speed guy for Philadelphia. So I'm interested to see what D'Amico Ryans is going to want to do here with this game planning. Can you spy Jalen Hurts from time to time? There's no doubt about that. But you don't want to spy him all the time, because it takes away from what you can do defensively in stopping Philadelphia in the pass game. Words of Wisdom with the 2. It's the motion of the ocean, baby. Not size alone. I like that, Words. Izzy B with the $2 Super Chat. How can I be on the wheel? We could put Izzy on there. We'll get Izzy on there for the next spin. Do need some questions for our upcoming mailbag. We'll answer your Super Chats. We'll answer your questions as well. DC Supernova. Do the dual stream, man. That'd be dope for us Niner fans to interact with the Eagles, and it's better to see you, Chase, have fun. I agree. I think that's what we're going to do. And speaking of that, let's get your thoughts on it. Thoughts on an Eagles-Niners dual live stream. I think having both channels compete with one another with me on air would be a lot of fun. So H for happy, if you want us to do it. M for mad. Let us know down in the comments section. I'm certainly going to be playing into both fan bases a little bit, having to do my job. But it's going to be fun, and I took San Francisco to win. Z the Dark One, mad. Marion Butler, happy. Davis, happy. Francisco, happy. Davis, happy. Matt Smith, if it's a duel, what are you wearing? Maybe just a Chat Sports shirt. Izzy B, happy. Kyle Montiel, happy. KCW, it's up to you. Happy from Alfredo. BK from the Bay would be mad, but I know the BK would support us. Alfredo, happy. Tom Daly, mad. I want you all to myself. Young Pony Tom. John Wallace, happy. DC Supernova, happy. Jerry Bland, happy. John Wallace, happy. See, overwhelmingly, people are saying they'd be happy with it. Words of Wisdom with another $2 Super Chat. Ask any lady. It's the hips that matter. That motion. I saw some hips talk prior to the show in the comments section. Steven Sierra, $5. Chase, what up, dog? Go Niners. It's Niner time. $5 Super Chat. We'll give you a beer cheers out of the Niner mug. Michael would be mad as hell. I hope not, Michael. Yeah, I picked the Niners to beat the Eagles months ago when I predicted this NFC Championship game. Super Chat menu. $5, Niner mug cheers as I did. $10 will spin the virtual wheel. $20 gets your name on the John Wallace football. A lot of names on here already. $50, a coffee beer bong in the Toby Willis motorcycle helmet. And $100, Trace will do a keg stand. So that's our Super Chat menu right there. Tom Daly, if Big John Wallace says okay, then I'm in. Davis with the $2 super chat. Okay, we'll see it. If the Niners win, I will super chat $50 on Sunday. Look forward to it, Davis. We appreciate your support, even without the super chats. You just watching the show. Appreciate it. Michael, you're the best. No, you're the best. You're the best. All right, we want your questions in here. Super chat, hashtag 49ers to be a part of the show. Matt Smith, maybe have one of those split jerseys. Just make sure the Niners takes a little bit more than the Eagles. That'd be funny, right? You draw it up right here. You draw it up right here. That'd be good, Matt. Yeah. Matt Smith, by the way, on our Super Chat MVP wheel. Matt, it's getting close for us to send you that blanket, by the way. Scott has not reached out to us. I think he just wanted to come in, send in $300, and dip out. I'm not sure what happened. Effing bring it from Rick Torres. I'll bring it, brother. You already know I will. Words of wisdom. Dang, Trizzy sneeze or hock up a hairball. Bless you, bro. He was vomiting at one of the comments in there. I think somebody got a little weird. Chris C. I'm the longest, biggest fan in this chat of the Niners. Chris C. Chris C. Chris C. Izzy B said she would brighten Rick. What does that mean?
Because Rick said bring it, so she said it will be brought.
Oh, I thought she was trying to brighten up Rick's day. Trying to make him feel better or something. Matt Smith, I am feeling that it's coming to a real one. Yeah, Matt, it might be coming to you. Rick Torres at Izzy had like the tear above the head emoji. It'll be Broughton is what Izzy meant to say. I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. Come back to PA and host it from Jose. Jose, our studios allow us to do some incredible things. Plus, the weather down here in Dallas is pretty damn good. Mother Trucker, bang, bang. Niner beer mug cheers. Jerry Bland said it's about to go down. George Kittle said he's scoring 2 touchdowns. Words of wisdom, no update on Hurts. He said that he's good to go, full participant in practice. Jonathan Lamont, Chase is my guy. What's up, Jonathan? Good to hear from you again. Welcome on to the show. For those of you wondering, we broke down all of the latest Niners news, injury update, rumors, analysis, Charles Omenihu update for about 20 minutes earlier. Now we're just chopping it up with everybody here, and then we'll do a mailbag. Alfredo, great show, Chase. Congrats. Thanks, Alfredo. Yeah, include all the super chats. Include the good questions. I want to put the faithful to the test here. Let me put the faithful to the test here. Who's going to have the best question using the hashtag 49ers to get featured on our mailbag? The best football-related question. We could talk draft. We could talk free agency. We could talk about this game against the Eagles. Who's going to come up with the best questions? Just have to use the hashtag 49ers. The person who comes up with the best question might be our commenter MVP today. Oh, wow. Words of wisdom. If the Niners go to the Super Bowl, I predict you hit 100,000 subs and get that silver YouTube plaque. Ah! See, we're getting close to 80K. My goal would be 80K by the Super Bowl if the Niners advance. We're about to hit 77K. 100K would be nutty. What'd you say? Yeah, that'll be good. John Wallace, good looks. Ultimate Killer, what do you think the biggest challenge the Eagles impose and have from Ultimate Killer? Their offensive line is really good. Their running game is really good. And then their wide receivers against the Niners DBs. Is he B? That's a good question right there. All right, let's hop into this mailbag. Geology, by the way. No. We'll start to take your questions here as we stick with it. Live on the 49ers Report. Third straight day. Live show coming your way tomorrow as well. What's good? Welcome in. This is the San Francisco 49ers Report. You're watching us right here on Chat Sports, and I'm your host, Chase Sr. We are approaching 80,000 subscribers, so if you want videos every single day and to be a part of our mailbags, please make sure you lock us in and subscribe. And a reminder, watch party coming your way on Sunday for the NFC Championship game. We begin with this one from Steven Sierra as we open up the floor from our subscribers to ask us questions. Chase, what up, dog? Go 49ers. It's Niner time. It's Niner time. It's been Niner time and during this incredible 12-game winning streak, and we'll see if it continues with a Super Bowl berth as well. Davis with the $2 donation. If the Niners win, I will super chat $50 on Sunday. Appreciate that, Davis. And in that case, it's going to be an awesome game. Hopefully the Niners are able to get that dub, and I hope that you join us, even if you don't send in a donation. But all of you who do, we, of course, appreciate the support. Mother Trucker, $5 donation. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Byron McCants. Majority of the analysts are talking about the Niners defense like they're an average defense because of Jalen Hurts' running ability. Well, can we compare the Eagles offense and the Niners defense here? Because that's why you don't listen to other analysts out there, because all throughout the week, we have not been disrespecting this 49ers defense, and you know I'm always going to keep it real with you. But this is a great matchup with what the Eagles do well offensively against what the Niners do well defensively. And it's going to be a terrific matchup for those reasons and beyond, on top of the fact that both of these teams chock full with talent. But maybe a lot of analysts out there think that the Eagles offense has the edge over San Francisco because they look at these numbers. Points per game for Philly this year, almost 29 points per, second in the NFL. They were third in yards per game, third in points per play. Third and third down conversion rate. Oftentimes, in a matchup that's on an even playing field, money downs can determine it. So third and fourth downs, Philadelphia very good. Number 3 and number 4 on third and fourth downs. Red zone scoring percentage in terms of scoring touchdowns. Eagles, when they get in the red area, 20-yard line to the goal line, they score a touchdown nearly 69% of the time. That's excellent. Touchdowns per game, atop the league. Yards per rush, nearly 5. That's 10th. And as for what San Francisco does defensively, I don't think that they're an average unit. Going back to that question, I think they're actually legit. And they do have the recipe to stop and halt this Eagles offense. I believe they have a physicality level at the line of scrimmage. I think that their linebacking core could play a huge role in this game with their speed vertically and sideline to sideline. And the 49ers' overall talent on the defensive side of the ball and what they do schematically, I think matches up well in trying to come up with ways to have this Eagles offense sputter. So who you got in this game? NFC title game. Right to make it to Super Bowl 57. PHI for the Eagles, SF for the San Francisco 49ers. Let us know your predictions down below in the comment section. A lot of great questions that we still want to get to on today's show, but first, 49ers Report today is presented and sponsored by Geology. This is a company that has helped me look good, feel good, and perform well on camera. Geology, a 16-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company recognized in Men's Health, GQ, and Esquire. They create simple and effective skincare and hair care routines customized just for you with ingredients that are proven to work. And right now, limited time only, they're hooking up the faithful with an absolutely insane offer. Use our code ChatSports70 at chatsports.com/geology or use the QR code on screen that we showed you, and they will give you an exclusive 70% off of their award-winning skincare trial set. Skincare shouldn't feel like a gamble, and Geology is the best in the skincare game. They put an end to darker, puffy under eyes. They help you fight acne, reduce oiliness, prevent wrinkles, and gives you smoother, hydrated skin. I've been using their face wash in the mornings, their dark and puffy under eye cream, and retinol night cream at night. So head to chatsports.com/geology. Scan that QR code on your screen here. Use our code ChatSports70. That link is in the comment section as well as the description of this video. And on top of 70% off, you'll receive an exclusive bonus offer on one of their brand new skin, hair, and body products of your choice when you add it to your trial. Another super chat coming in. This time it's from the OG, the legend, John Wallace. So we let Charvarius Ward play A.J. Brown straight up like he did DK Metcalf and see how he fares. So that way we don't get stretched thin and Talanoa Hufanga can see the field better. Hufanga does struggle in pass coverage. Yes, he was named an AP All-Pro. He does remind you a lot of Troy Polamalu around the line of scrimmage, but against an offense like this for Philly, with some of the pre-snap motion and some of the creativity and the route concepts and the dual threat nature of this offense for the Eagles, Talanoa Hufanga can get confused. And I am of the belief that you always want to start off the game one-on-one coverage with your corners to see how they hold up. If they continue to struggle, of course, then you shield protection over that side and on that side with some safety help. Or you decide to match up maybe Diamador Lenore against an A.J. Brown. At some point, you might have to throw that double team and straight up double team as compared to having that safety kind of hover over top. So I agree. Let Ward play A.J. Brown straight up, see who wins the battle, like they did DK Metcalf. Yes, Ward did get burned by DK Metcalf, but you got to feel this game out in that regard. BK from the Bay, do you think that we will have any troubles containing Jalen Hurts? It's tough to say. San Francisco, no doubt, going to have pass rush lane integrity. They can't get out of control and trying to bring them down. And when they rush, it's important for them to set the edge. I like what D'Amico likes to do with some of the twist stunts up front. I do think that's also a recipe that could confuse the Eagles offensively as well as Jalen Hurts because he's not able to see things in the same manner if it's a little bit different from what it was pre-snap as compared to post-snap when you have the twist stunts or you show that blitz and you drop back guys in coverage and Jalen Hurts isn't able to see, okay, I'm definitely going to be able to go here with the football. But containing him, set the edge and maintain the edge. And then when you do get that pass rush, be aware that he could slip through. And something that Jalen Hurts likes to do a lot, every time he does sense that pressure, always rolls out to the right. DC Supernova, do the dual stream, man. That'd be dope for us Niner fans to interact with Eagles fans, and it's better to see you, Chase, have fun. I do appreciate that, DC Supernova. And Eagles, Niners, dual stream watch party could be a blast to pit the Niners report up against Philadelphia Eagles. Now to see who gets more views, who picks up more subscribers, who drives super chats, and which team at the end of the day comes up victorious in Philadelphia and here at the Chat Sports Studios. So let's hear from you. Your thoughts on an Eagles-Niners dual live stream. Don't you want to go up against Eagles fans, chop it up a little bit, have a nice little back and forth? Because competition brings the best out of everybody. Then it's the entire crew, me included, being here on the live stream. Either way, we'll be live for a watch party here on the Niners Report, no doubt about it. H for happy, M for mad. John B, $5 super chat. I live in South Jersey. Beating the Eagles is a must. Eagles fans are talking lots of trash and about as bad as Cowgirls fans. Nobody is as bad as Cowgirls fans. They're the worst. Every year is their year to win a Super Bowl, yet we're going on nearly 3 decades in which they haven't made it past the second round of the NFL playoffs, the NFC Championship game. Now, are Eagles fans confident? Yeah. Some I talk to, though, understand that this team is really legit. During our live show, looking at the poll, more difficult matchup for the Niners, 75% on the Eagles, 25% with the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys posed a very stiff test for San Francisco. Deebo Samuel even said it's the best defense we've seen all year, and I have confidence in Brock Purdy after he faced a very good Cowboys defense that he's going to be ready to go in the NFC Championship game. So 76% of the votes now on the Eagles over the Cowboys. The respect factor is certainly there. Words of wisdom, Eagles, Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa in Philly too. For those not familiar, Apollo Creed. Oh, wait, what'd you say? Eagles, Apollo Creed, Brock equals Rocky Balboa. Okay, I see what you did there. I got confused with the equal signs. Yeah, so Apollo Creed went down to Rocky Balboa in Rocky 2. So, words of wisdom, making that pop culture reference right there. 63 Hunter, who do you see as the breakout player for the Niners? Juwan Jennings had a big touchdown against the Eagles in Week 2 last year. He could be a big third down option because when you game plan against San Francisco, you're focusing on trying to lock down Deebo, Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey, sometimes Elijah Mitchell, which then leads to Juwan Jennings getting free on a big third down. So a breakout player, it could be him. I'm trying to think of somebody defensively. Dre Greenlaw, Azeez Al-Shire, Fred Warner have been awesome all year. Deshaun Gibson, breakout player potentially. Jonathan Lamont, next up. What up, Chase? Will Mike McGlinchey be a problem for us against the Eagles' pass rush? What do you think? He could be. He got thrown to the ground and just owned by Micah Parsons. He was horizontal to the grass. You don't see that often for a guy who's well over 300 pounds. And for Mike McGlinchey, it's not going to get a lot easier this upcoming week. Hassan Reddick finished second in the NFL in sacks this year, behind only Nick Bosa, 16 in the regular season, now has 17 and a half in 18 games, including the playoffs. It's going to be a tall test. Philadelphia finished with 70 sacks this year, 15 more than any other team in the NFL. They had 4 players with 10 or more sacks this year. So they're really, really good. If you want to interact with me, feel free to do so. Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. We can continue to chop it up, talk all things Niners. Our Super Chat menu, here it is. A couple of Super Chats that we do need to catch up on with nearly 400 people watching live, 3,000 people throughout our live show. Appreciate all of you for being a part of it. We'll start off with words of wisdom. McGlinchey is from Philly, so he is pumped. Yes, he is. Went to, I want to say William Penn Charter School. Has an awesome Philadelphia accent. I do not, and I grew up in Philadelphia, luckily. It's got to be a broadcaster. You don't want to have an accent when you're a broadcaster. Super Chat menu. We have some more to get to, right? Or did we get to those during the mailbag? Okay, gotcha. So do I owe anything? Couple of Niner mug cheers. I'll give you a little Niner mug chug. So there you go. Tony Montana. Super Chat menu. $5 Niner mug cheers. $10 will spin the wheel. $20 get your name on the John Wallace signed football. $50 a coffee bong and Toby Willis's helmet. We'll beer bong a coffee. It's on ice. It's here to my left. We'll do it. $50 Super Chat. $100 a Trace keg stand. Now let's ask you this next. Rick Torres, where are you at? Which are you? R or D? Think about it. Which are you? R or D? Now, of course, we're talking old school football here. Do you like to run the rock, and do you want a run-heavy team, or do you like a defensive-style team? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. R or D? What are you? Rick Torres, R. David Corona, D. John Wallace, D. Alfredo, D. Matt Smith. Come on, everyone. Hit the like button. Support. We appreciate it, Matt. Gino, D. Words of wisdom. Run it, baby. KCW or KCDW. A little bit of both. Tom Daly. Defensive guy. John Wallace. D all day long. Win it in the end. Anthony Jordan. Typing that D. Matt Bryant, run. How about this one? Pick a hangout. This is another Abby question that she wanted us to cook up for everybody.
She specifically wants to know which one of them would you want to go out and grab dinner with?
Who would you like to grab dinner with and hang out with? Jimmy Garoppolo, Christian McCaffrey, or Nick Bosa?
There's no reason why we picked these three as well. There's really not.
Julian Ross, you could have both. Matt Bryant said CMC all day. Trevor, CMC. Gino, Kittle. I like Kittle. Kittle would be fun to party with. KCDW, CMC.
Ripping a couple, like the Toby Willis helmet chugs with George Kittle.
Would be elite. Me and him doing a shotgun.
Would be elite.
See, if the 49ers win the Super Bowl and somehow I went out to the Bay Area for a parade for our coverage, is there anything better than a Chase Senior George Kittle shotgun race? How electric would that be? Anthony, NB, he knows food. Alex, what are you? Probably R. Run the football, run the rock, more offensive. Lisa Bailey, our defense needs to bring their A game. They look sloppy against Dallas. Yeah, a little bit. Jonathan Lamont, bruising defense. Yeah, especially with this Niners team, man. Trevor Matheson, the juggernaut. John, I'll be on a Holy Spirit high. Ryan said he'd like to hang out with Fred Warner. Really? David Corona, CMC. Yeah, we let him know. Abby's very excited at this graphic. Chua Chase, you should watch on the Golden Gate Bridge. Can you imagine a watch party from the Golden Gate Bridge?
Dude, that would be so sick.
That'd be pretty cool. Tom Daly said Nick Bosa. Richard Lee said Deebo. Whoa. Antonio Husino, Bracco and company going to bring the smoke. Matt Smith, I got respect for all of them. Yo, what's Abby's choice here?
Okay. I think Nick Bosa is funny. Like, he would be fun to hang out with, I feel.
Okay.
I'm sure they're all fun to hang out with, but, like, I don't know. I like to laugh. I'm rocking with Bosa.
Bosa? The screensaver.
Just Bosa? Or screensaver Bosa?
Jose, watch party from Chicky and Pete's. That would be awesome. Chicky and Pete's is a great spot on game day in Philly. Trevor Matheson, Ted Lasso. That's coming back, right? Ted Lasso's coming back. John Wallace said, Abby likes her some Bosa, Bosa, Bosa. It's her screensaver now. We're talking about quarterbacks here. What happened? Oh. Does size matter? We're talking about quarterbacks, of course. Jalen Hurts a little bit bigger in stature than Brock Purdy, but doesn't matter. Why for yes and for no?
And there's a real argument for the short guys because, I mean, you think about quality running or quarterbacks like Drew Brees, for a while there, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Proof size isn't necessarily a make it or break it thing.
Tony Montana made a good point. Bosa has a dry sense of humor, you can tell. He really does. He's a dude. I watched a behind-the-scenes video of him with, like, the 49ers media person on their website, and he had to, like, call some random person in his phone knowing that they're going to pick up. He called George Kittle, and you could tell he had a pretty good personality. Which one to chug a beer with? Oh, it's Kittle all the way. I don't even know if McCaffrey or Bosa drink. Jimmy G seems like he's down to party, though.
Oh, for sure.
You think so? Do you know so? Or that's just your guess? Yeah. I'm not guessing in case I hit him up on IG. Kevin, how's nobody said Hufanga? He seems like a fun dude. Chua said, what did you say? Izzy B said, Abby, do you have a story to tell? Don't need that. Come on now. Not the fake stuff. Come on. Words of wisdom. Jeff Garcia was hella cool to party with. The 2 times he and I got lit. That's pretty cool, Words. That's pretty cool. Richard Lee, $2. Which one to chug a beer with you? As I said, George Kittle, the best one. All right, so a $50 super chat. I'll do a coffee bong out of the Niner Toby Willis motorcycle helmet. Or if we get to $100 in total super chats, I will do it. And we're at $53 right now.
Sneaky guys that might be fun to party with, Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw went to Arkansas, so he knows how to party. They know how to party down there in Fayetteville. I can tell you that.
Julian Ross, how about the entire defense? Whole defense would be fun to party with. Jerry Rice was fun to hang out with. BK from the Bay. Jerry Rice, the GOAT. Everybody see his GOAT chain on Sunday? That thing looked like it weighed like 20 pounds. Super chat menu for today. $5 Niner mug cheers. $10 we'll spin the virtual wheel. $20 your name on the John Wallace football. $50. Coffee bong. That was impressive. $100, Trace Keg Stand. John De La Rosa. Wrong best girls are in the Big 12. Did you not see the TCU cheerleaders? They're called the TCU Showgirls, I believe.
John, have you been to an SEC game day for tailgates? I will rest my case.
Ryan Castro. I remember when Garcia got his DUI in downtown San Jose. Heard he was fun. I actually do remember when that news broke way back in the day, early 2000s. Don't drink and drive. Jeff Garcia, former Niners quarterback. Rick Torres said lady chasing with Jimmy G. That's one thing that you can accomplish. Being next to the dapper Jimmy G. John said like 2005. That sounds about right. Justin Smith, a.k.a. the Cowboy, would he be fun? Yeah, Phillip, for sure. Chew Allure, what about the Niners Report crew going to the Golden Gate Bridge? He said walk to the Golden Gate Bridge if the Niners win the Super Bowl. Can you imagine that type of content?
That would be pretty cool. That content would be, honestly,
that content would be
that'd
wild.
Be elite.
Just walking to the Golden Gate Bridge. That's a long trip. Let me take a look at the mileage here from Dallas.
Matt Smith says he's met Jerry Rice at Walmart. He's fucking awesome. He signed my Cowboy hat and his card. That's cool as fuck, dude.
Nice. So from Dallas, if we were to walk to the Golden Gate Bridge, it'd be about 1,700 to 2,000 miles. We would go through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and then through California. That would be legendary. What if we just went live on our walks and people just sent us in super chats to feed us? Francisco, I'd go clubbing with Fred Warner. Fred seems like a fun time. BK said, I was a limousine driver for the Gary Radnich show. Met a lot of Raider and Niner players. That's pretty cool, BK. You seem like an OG who would whip a limo. BK? That's pretty sick. Wait, so that means that you're in Little Rock, Arkansas now, but you used to live in the Bay Area? John Wallace, I would support your trip. BK from the Bay, now in Arkansas. Why'd you leave Cali, BK? Ryan Castro, he's not on the 49ers, but Sebastian Janikowski. Oh, we know that my man could take down some beers. Yeah, Chase, I used to. Gotcha. Do you miss Cali for Arkansas, or do you like the simple living of Arkansas? Run, Forrest, run! Words of wisdom. I took a pee between Fred Beasley and Takeo Spikes one time. I was in the middle urinal. Usually that's a man code violation if there are no other places to go. Now, if you're walking up to a set of urinals, you always go for the side. But if you got to go, and the only one is in the middle, got to go in the middle. I will say, Takeo Spikes has the widest neck I have ever seen. Linebacker. Dude, girthy neck. Richard Lee, $2. Do the Sixers make a trade? Maybe of Matisse Thybulle? Dude, isn't it crazy? Yeah, he looks like the Hulk. Takeo Spikes. Good player for the Bengals for a long time. Played for the Eagles, yeah. Yep. Words of wisdom. Dude is all neck. He really is. It's the most impressive neck I've ever seen. Merton Hanks, big neck from John De La Rosa. Christian, I live in Hagerstown, Maryland. What would that be, Abby? A lot of big neck. A lot of weightlifting. Traps. Like a lot of traps. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Rubberneck Hanks from Philip Wilson. Let's take a look at. Sorry about that, BK. Let's see. What was it? Martin Hanks? No, another guy who was all neck. Merton Hanks. Oh, he had a long neck, not a wide neck like Takeo Spikes with the traps. See, that's what I love about people in the chat. John Wallace, BK, my condolences. Exactly. BK, we love you, man. Family in Little Rock. Oh, originally born in Arkansas. Gotcha. Words of wisdom, look at Dre. Yes. Yes. Jose, yeah, we got it. Merton Hanks. He could snap that neck seriously. He did the chicken dance on INTs. I remember that. Dude was a giraffe. Charlie, Hanks was known for a funky chicken dance. Did we talk about Deebo already? Yes, we did. We did talk about Deebo a little bit earlier. Yeah, Deebo originally was not going to practice, then he was on the practice field. He said his ankle is a little bit sore, but he also added, no doubt he's going to be on the field Sunday against Philadelphia. Julian Chase moved from Tampa to the 808. Nice. My stepdad lives in Mayaca City, not far from Tampa. Him and my mom had built a house down there a couple of years ago. Bosa gets a pick 6 against the Eagles from Vance. Bold prediction right there. Hurts is healthy. As healthy as he can be, yeah. All right. Super Chat shot clock, it's on. I know y'all donated a lot the last couple of days, and Sunday's going to be wild. But we'll put the 2-minute shot clock on. If you want us to hang out, we'll hang out if you send in a Super Chat within 2 minutes. If not, we're just going to sign off. We're not going to stay live long either way. $5, Niner mug cheers. $10, we'll spin the wheel. $20, your name on the Niners football. $50, a coffee bong in the Toby Willis helmet. $100, Trace will do a keg stand. And as we have a lot of Super Chat MVPs here, let's chant a Super Chat MVP name as we hit you with that 2-minute shot clock. These are the biggest, most consistent Super Chatters throughout the day. Izzy, you'll see that we put you on there again. We have Toby, Words of Wisdom, Paul Coover, Ninerhead, John Wallace, Words of Wisdom. We have Matt Smith, of course. Scott W. Scott, where are you? Matt Smith is coming for that blanket. Scott. I'll say this, Scott. If you don't send in a Super Chat and you don't send in a message and you don't email me, chase@chatsports.com, you won't be able to claim your blanket. Then it's going to go to the next biggest Super Chatter, which was Matt Smith. Richard Lee, I got the Niners winning 41-33. Izzy B, if you want to see my hips don't lie, $50. I don't think that we could show that on the show there, Izzle. Ryan, I'm nervous about Sunday, but the 2019 Packers and Seahawks were so much tougher. Words of wisdom, good question here. Chase, what is your Sunday morning workout going to be for Sunday morning? Got to be something special. Yeah, I'll have to get a quick pump and run in probably. Listening to some good pump up music. We might go live 2 hours before the game on Sunday. So it's going to be an early one and a long day, but one that's going to be a lot of fun. Scotty Boy said, I got the Eagles winning 31-16. All right, 10 seconds left on the 2-minute shot clock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ephraim said beer workout. Yeah, we'll have a beer workout. Maybe even some beer pong during our pregame show. Going to be a lot of fun. BK wants to see the hips don't lie. Def Leppard, Aerosmith, Metallica, Green Day, Semisonic playlist, baby, on that workout. Yeah, that's pretty good. AC/DC is a jam for me as well. $2 from John. Can you imagine how long we'll be on when we win? Deep into the night. Because we might as well stay live for the AFC Championship game, right? To see who the Niners would play. Y'all ready?
Fuck it, man. Let's do it.
2-hour pregame show. Live to see who the Niners play. Y'all can just leave me full screen and I'll just talk. Shook me all night long. Words of wisdom. That's it right there. John Wallace, I'm not going anywhere. Julio, do you have Instagram? Yes, I do. @Chase_senior. I'm on Twitter as well. Ooh, just got hit with some phlegm from a cough in the studio. At Chase_Senior on Twitter. At Chase_Senior on Instagram. See, I get to this point in the show, and I just want to continue to stay live. It's a little bit of a problem. If we get to $100 in Super Chats, I have some coffee on ice here. We're at 60. Abby will do a shot fun if we get to $100. That's the shotgun that you basically shotgun a beer out of. Abby will do that for $100. We'll show you what it is. Last call. 2-minute shot clock on that. I'll do a coffee beer bong out of Toby Willis's helmet. Abby shot fun. And Trace is going to have to do something as well. He just has to. We'll restart the shot clock. We'll show you what the shot fun is. Some Niner gold. How about that? Niner gold shot fun. We have Niner red as well. Tony Montana. It's going to be close to nail biting. I agree.
If somebody can, what if we got to $100 shot fun race? We have
shot
two.
Shot fun race for 100. We could do that as well. Abby and Trace race. I am or Trace is? What am I scared of? Never. I debuted the shot fun on air. Yeah. Wheezy. Yeah, I debuted it. That was when I came back from that New York wedding day of. Wizzy Arlo, hey Chase, for us to win, we must be faithful on Sunday. Got to play disciplined football. Have to be smart. Can't turn the football over. Julio sent me a picture. 30 seconds left to get to 100. If not, we're out. All good. Let's see, Julio. I didn't see it, Julio. What's your Instagram name there, Julio? How much to 100? It's 39. 39. But John Wallace, you shouldn't be the guy who does it. You've done too much. Tony Montana. It's crazy hearing my name because it's Julio. Izzy B said everyone do 5. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Sorry, it's Osmar US or Osmar Us. Let me see. Texas live tagged me. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, wow. There's 10 from Jose. That gets us to 71. 29 away. I got 18. Who's got the rest from John? Somebody will come through, I would imagine. Oh, Steven! Oh, dope. Nice. That was from last year. Yeah. When I attended the Niners pep rally when they played the Cowboys, it was incredible. Whole place was like a sea of red. It was nuts. Yeah, Kira and I went there, and like people were coming up, and they were like, 49ers report. It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. Steven Sierra. There's 20. We're 9 away. We're 9 away from a shot fun race. And then I have to do the coffee beer bong. I think we're going to get there. Steven.
Big Cock Brock wanted to chant your name.
That gets his name on here, too. That gets his name on here. Steven Sierra. On the John Wallace football. Show him the Super Chat menu one more time. Because we got the 10 and we got the 20. So the 20, Steven Sierra's name. along with many of our super chatters and subscribers on the ball. And then $10, we owe a wheel spin. Hey, Danny! He said do it. So 2 wheel spins. 2 wheel spins. John Wallace with the 9. There it is. Johnny, 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 Johnny. We'll do 2 wheel spins. Abby and Trace will do their shot fun race. And then I'm going to beer bong a coffee out of the helmet. Go to the other one. Word said the squares game. Let's get it. So let's spin this. Yeah, could you get a beer bong too, please? Yeah, thank you. All right, first wheel spin. It landed on San Francisco. San Francisco! Another one. This is sick. All right, where's it going to go? Oh, jumping jacks. All right, got to do 10 of those now. Matt Smith with the 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. That's another one. We owe one more. We'll give John the 1 for the 9. Here we go, boys. Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Thank you so much, Chase. No, Matt, thank you. You're going on the ball. Couple soups. Matt Smith, you're the man. Let's spin the wheel again. If somebody sends in a $10 super chat, we can add something to the wheel for you, and you can have us do pretty much everything that you want or anything that you want. 16 Bar King freestyle. All right. Let me keep it a buck. The 49ers are headed to Philly. They're loaded up the truck. Christian McCaffrey and Deebo, they're going to be running all day. They'll leave Philadelphia saying, Philly fans, you gave me the middle finger. Now what do you have to say? Brock Purdy's been balling. This offense won't be stalling. After the game, we'll be going live on Callin'.
Bars. 16
Bar King freestyle right there. 16 Bar King freestyle right there. So if you send in a $10 super chat, we can add something to the wheel for you. If you want to have us do some type of challenge, that's obviously appropriate. Words of wisdom. 16 Bar King. 16 bars. Did you hear that? All right, I got to put this on, then do the coffee bong.
This will be interesting. I'm excited to see how you pull this off.
I forget how I did this. How did I do this the other day?
Didn't you? It was over, right? Or did you go under? There's no way.
Yeah, I think I went under.
Oh, that just looks so gross.
Nah, this is cold. If there were any doubts that it was coffee, no doubts.
This is going so well. Oh my God, he's about to have so much energy.
It won't.
Bang! Bang! Niner gang!
Oh shit. Here, I'll get the. Is that why? Oh, good one, Daddy Bosa. Chill is. Coffee bong. I'm ready to get this workout in after work. Jonathan Lamont, I want to start running more. What was your motivation to start your running journey? Man, it was a lot, honestly. I do like to talk about this stuff, but I don't want to get too long-winded. I don't know. I used to be pretty fat, honestly. In college, I was like 220 pounds. I'm now down to like 180. So after college, I just realized I needed to get in shape. So I started working out more. I was an athlete growing up, but in college, you just don't eat well. I was a little bit lazy. So I kind of started on that journey. Then my mom passed away, and I realized, look, when she passed away, I was 26. She was 59. I was like, shoot, I've almost lived half of my mom's life. So I kind of wanted to like maximize my physical capabilities and take advantage of my one life, one body, that type of mentality. So then I started working out a little bit more. Then last summer, I kind of wanted to like armor and callous my mind a little bit and improve my discipline, hold myself accountable. So then I started running every day of June, and then it just continued up until now. And now I'm on a goal to try to hit 1 year. The last like couple of weeks, I've had tendonitis on my like patella, so I've only been able to do a mile. But during this whole streak, at least 1 mile every day, but I've averaged about 3 miles. So I just wanted to get better physically, mentally, and then, of course, staying in shape for work and my overall life. So there you go. All right. $2 super chat from Words. JW and I want to know, do you guys do Super Bowl squares? Hit us up. Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun, Words. We might have to link back up.
What if we did like a live Super Squares? That'd be kind of fun.
That could be fun. That could be fun.
Could like super chat to get in on it or something?
Yeah.
Pick a winner.
Ryan said, Chase, what are your concerns for this team leading into Sunday's game? Secondary holding up against A.J. Brown, Avonte Smith. Eagles offensive line against the Niners defensive line, because if San Francisco can't get pressure, they might struggle in pass coverage against Philly. Containing Jalen Hurts and running the football, you might do everything right. Coverage, pass rush, but he can slip out of the pocket, either on the edge or up the middle, back-breaking plays. So I'd say that. And then, of course, the Eagles' pass rush against Brock Purdy. All of those monster keys in this game. Yeah, words of wisdom. It is really fun. So Abby and Trace are about to do their shot fun race after we got past $100 in Super Chats. Yeah, these things can either be great or a disaster. One of the two. Trizzy's loading up the beers. I'll step aside to make way for the center stage. We'll sign off after this, by the way. We're going to sign off after this. We appreciate all of you for being a part of the show. Ooh, yeah, that's... Wait, hold on. Yeah, check it.
I did it backwards on mine, too. I did it backwards on mine.
Yeah, I've messed it up a couple of times. No, it's not. No, that's right. This matches up right here on the tab. See, yours is backwards. It's right? Yeah, it's confusing. So these are the shot funds. We have them in Niner red and Niner gold. So since we got past $100 in Super Chats, they're going to do their shot fund race. Yeah. Might explode. Who's going to win? Izzy's going with Abby.
I don't know. These are different.
A for Abby, T for Trace. Vesperado said Abby. It's all about the big cock Brock when you crack it. Everybody's going Abby. $5. Toby Willis. Are you just joining us? Toby, I just did a coffee beer bong out of the helmet. And we'll show Toby some love after this. He's got a good giveaway for you. Send me an email, brother. Let's see what's up. John Wallace with the 5. I need to let you know, and everyone, we all have a testimony. Thanks, Chase. Always, Abby. What's the testimony? Am I missing something? Like, are we talking like testimony? Okay. I got you, John. Okay. I got you. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if it was like a legal testimony.
Love you, John. Love you.
John, Matt Smith. Who else was it who got us past 100? Jose and Steven. Jose and Steven. All right. Here y'all go. Center stage. See what you got. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, is that a tie? Might be a tie. Was it a tie? Yeah, it's a little sloppy.
He didn't finish his beer.
Might be Abby who got the dub.
It was me. Yeah.
It's the greatest rivalry. Abby against Trace. Trace, you're a soldier. Words of Wisdom said Trizzy by the hair of his chops. Steven Sierra, wow. Yeah, it was really close. But yeah, Toby, hit me up. A couple more Niner mug beer cheers for Toby and John. And then we'll spin the wheel. Toby, what's up, my brother? Bro, I have a cool giveaway for you. Yeah, just email me, brother. You got me. Chase at Chat Sports. Same one that I hit you up at. John Wallace, I needed to let you know and everyone, we will have a testimony. Basically saying, Niners are going to have a moment. Our Super Chat menu is that, but also we want to spin the wheel for our Super Chat MVPs, which John and Toby are both on, by the way. John Gold is back. What's up, John? So, our Super Chat MVPs are all on this wheel. Toby Willis included. So let's spin the wheel. We'll chant whoever's name this lands on here. Patriot Fighter. Patriot. 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 Words of Wisdom. Man, I want to make MVP.
He was the
Words.
first one we traded.
You're the first one on here. Hit that X. Words. He's right here. Oh, it cuts off. Word, you're on the other side. Words of Wisdom. We'll spin it again. You're already on there, Words. Patriot Fighter again. Ow. Patriot. Patriot. Let's do one more. If it goes Patriot Fighter again, that's nuts. What are the chances? Is it rigged? Type Y for yes, N for no. Is he? Is he? Is he? Is he? That's funny stuff, man. All right. We're about to head out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I don't think we can.
Okay. So
Triz, you get on the camera.
Here's the deal.
On the mic.
Here's the deal. Chase is trying to go work out. He's got his run streak. He's trying to stay healthy and all that fun stuff. Apparently we're all going to the gym together. I didn't realize that we agreed on that. However, the thing is, we want to keep hanging out. We want to keep hanging out with the Niner gang. And Chase said the only way we can do that is if we're messaging each other. So we have to get to $200. We're at 142 or 143 right now. So 2-minute shot clock. If we can get to 200, Abby, we want to run it back since it was pretty close. Yeah. We'll run it back. Do another shot fun race. So 2 minutes on the clock. If we can get to $200.
Another shot fun race?
Yeah.
See, I just want people to save their money for Sunday's watch party.
Or send money both times.
Ballers roll call. Ballers roll call. I like that, Words. Only 2 minutes, though. Only 2 minutes. I mean it this time. We've stayed late the last couple of nights. We'll go live again tomorrow, too. John Galt, Eagles watch party. John, I think the lean is a dual stream. Steven Sierra said, LOL. We need Honcho or John Wall. Oh!
John!
He's on our Super Chat MVP wheel. Is he going to land on him?
Oh, it's so close.
It lands on Matt. John, you see it right up here. Right up here, John. Wow, that was close. John Aiello, 57. Wow. I can't believe John comes through like that. The silent assassin.
Hey,
I haven't seen him in the comments
30
section all
seconds
day.
for 9 cents. We need 9 cents.
John. What a legend. John, can you email me too, by the way? Chase@chatsports.com. Can you put my email, L3, up? John, if you could email me, I'd appreciate that. That's 2 minutes, right? Wow. John, we're going to put my email up. It's chase@chatsports.com. John is a legend. Matt Smith, thank you guys so much. Love watching the show, and all you other Niner fans, especially the real ones. See you tomorrow. Let's go. Matt. Tony Montana, Chase in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. No, I'm not in a hurry. I'm always down to grind and hustle. Always down to grind and hustle. I've just gotten home last couple of nights at like 8:30. But it's all good. I said I wanted to go live every single day this week.
John Wallace!
1475.
Let's go!
I've tried to send in super chats that are custom. I've never seen a 1475 before. John. Honeybee, did I ever make it on the hate chase, LMAO? What do you mean, Honeybee? Oh, the hat? Yes.
Somebody super chatted. I think it was Izzy B. Snapped or super chatted and said, "Put Honeybee on there. We want Honeybee on there."
Izzy B put you on there, Honeybee. So we put you on there. All right, let's spin the super chat MVP wheel again. So it landed on Matt. Where is it going to land now? We'll cheer your name for Super Chat MVP. Oh my gosh, I wanted John on there so bad. It went to Scott W. Should we just spin it until we get John? Yeah. Spin it again. Spin it again. We need John Aiello on there. All right, Niner Head, NOG. He won the Niner Head Nacho Libre mask, which we brought out last week. Toby Willis said, drink up. Yeah, we're about to. But, John, email me, chase@chatsports.com. We want to send you something. Words! There he is! Ah! What are y'all going to do for the drinking portion?
Look who it is!
Who is it? John! All right, instead of Abby drinking, I'll just shotgun a beer. That's pretty fair. So get whatever you want, Freedom Funnel, and I'll shotgun the beer. Toby Willis with the 2. Drink up. We're about to. Tim Timme. He's a big super chatter on our Eagles channel. Tony Montana. Great song by Future. So Trace is going to get the beers. Then we are signing off. We're signing off. I'm going to shotgun a beer for you so you don't have to. So do your Knicks, Giants? No. I was trying to help you out. I mean, shit. Go get one. Words of wisdom. I'd like to thank all the little people who made this possible for believing in me, for Lil Smokey never giving up on me. Ray, love you, bro. That's fantastic. John Wallace typing that TW for Toby Willis. See, we'll go T-Dub in the chat. Oh, you guys are just doing it? I was just trying to help y'all out, but let's get it. Yeah. I do need a beer, though. J-Dub. T-Dub. We'll go words of wisdom in the chat. Now we'll go John. J.A. in the chat. Exactly, John Wallace. Lead the charge on that. Matt Smith, MS. Who else? Danny Ramos. We'll put some DRs in there. We'll go SS for Steven Sierra. John Galt, ES for Elijah. Let's see. Any other big ones that came in? I think that's about it. Words of wisdom, WOW. I was going WW, but I like that, John. I like that, John. So we did do a 20-minute analysis about what's going on with the Niners injury report a little bit earlier. Just scroll back and watch that if you want to. We're also going to push out the video here after our live show if you're coming across us now. We've just been hanging out for a little while, going live every single day here in the lead up to the NFC Championship game. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm off Friday. We'll see what we do. Saturday, we'll see what we do. Maybe I'll do an at-home live or something. I don't know. We'll see. Can't make any promises there. Yeah, fuck it. So what do we have to do here? Are you just doing a... Okay, cool. John Galt, I think we're doing a dual stream, brother. We're going to be live, I think, on 49ers Report and Eagles Now. I think that's the consensus that a lot of people want. So we might just do it. Might just do it. Is Abby doing her thing? All right. How much for someone to slap you? I'm not really into that type of thing. So. Knicks or Giants. Is Marsh Ham?
Oh, like to the win.
Is he doing Knicks tonight? Yeah, John, watch parties from the stadium would be sick.
Dwayne, his birthday?
Whose birthday? Dwayne. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dwayne. Happy birthday to you. Tony Montana, we don't want that. Are you talking about the dual stream? A lot of people are saying they want that, though. Trizzy just chugging the fireball. I'll shotgun the beer. Matt Smith, I'm still here. We're typing those MSs in the chat, Matt. Cool. Much love from Yuba City, Cali, from Marcos. Appreciate you, Marcos. That's a staple. All right, I'll shotgun a beer here. Thanks for the soups, y'all, and the donations. Your email is coming back to me, not found. Chase@chatsports.com. That's all that it is. So,
Do you follow him on Twitter?
John, do you have social media? Or, John, if you want to drop your email down there, you can. Yeah. John, either drop your email here and I'll email you right now, or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. Facebook. All right, let me try to find John on Facebook. I do actually. Let me try to find. Yeah, drop that in there, and I'll try to find John as well.
So I just want to put this out there. The New York Giants channel, who is in the offseason, is currently at $450 in super chats.
Really? Wow.
I don't want to say we should try and catch them, but I'm also not saying that. So if we were to try and, goof around, make some money, have some fun, have a few drinks, I'd stick around. I know Chase wants to go to the gym, but I'd stick around and hang out for a minute.
John, there's a lot of John Aiellos on Facebook, so I'm not sure which one is you.
So I just dropped Chase's link to his Facebook page, so you can feel free to hit him up on Facebook.
There you go, John. My link is there if you want to message me. We'll stick it with that. I won't put my personal one in there. But, John, yeah, hit me up there and message me. Want to get in contact with you. With all the super chats that you've sent us, we want to send you at least something. So, all right, shotgun for y'all. Rip it, tip it, sip it. Yeah, now you're up here. Oh, for real. For real. Is there a beer? Oh. It's another shot fun? Words, we got you with the shotgun. Tony, I'll be good. No buzz during the workout. We'll get after it. Yeah. Chat sports people just motivating one another. That was impressive. So proud of the burp. Nicholas Bustamante. What's up, Nick? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear those burps?
Abby's burp. Did you hear it?
Did y'all hear that? Better out than in, I always say, from John. Happy Dads are great. Cheesesteak and a Yingling sounds great, John. Yingling's my favorite beer. There's a nickname in the chat here. Super Bowl is 2 days before Valentine's Day. We're going to break down Eagles fans' hearts this weekend from Words of Wisdom. Lager or black and tan, both. Their Hershey's Porter is awesome as well. One of the better chocolate beers I've had. Their Oktoberfest is really good. I honestly like all Yingling products. I did a lot of stories with them when I worked in Scranton. I'm like kind of tight with the Yingling fam, so. Or I should say the people who worked there. 31-28. Niners. Yeah. Jeffrey Scott, Bang Bang Niner Gang. All right, I think we're about to sign off. All right, we're going to sign off, I think. Oldest brewery in the U.S. Yes, it is, John. They survived Prohibition, 1880s. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also turn on those notifications before we hop on out of here. We'll be going live tomorrow and then coverage every single day leading up to Sunday's NFC Championship game. Dwayne said no. I know.
If we
Are we
get
going to try the Super Bowl squares? John, let's do it for a potential Super Bowl. Because that just makes more sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we'll do that, John.
We'll come up with a plan. Like Chase and I will come up with a plan, and then we'll bring it to you guys like after NFC Championship weekend.
Yeah. I think it just makes more sense to do it. John, Super Bowl squares. He asked through the super chat. Here's the thing, John. This is what I'm thinking. You know how much we do for our watch parties where, there's super chats, there's giveaways, there's shout outs on social media. We're trying to push subscribers. Like, there's so much to it. And I'm going to be doing probably the dual stream where I kind of have to control both streams. So it might be a little bit too much to handle to do the Super Bowl squares for this game. But a Super Bowl matchup, that could be fun. It could also be a pregame thing. Yeah, we'll figure it out, John. John, I have your email. If we need to get in contact with you, we'll hit you up. Danny Ramos said squares, I'm in. We could do it through Super Chats, too, right? Because you always have to buy in to get a square. Yeah. We'll think about it. John and Words. Good stuff by y'all. Words of Wisdom and John Wallace, the executive producers. This is true. We could build a graphic for it as well. Yeah. For sure. We'll think about it. How about that? All right. We're out. Bang Bang Niner Gang. Subscribe today. Turn on those notifications. We'll be live tomorrow as well. Make sure you lock us in and join us. And if you want to stay in the know with the latest Niners injury report and some thoughts about this matchup, video coming out within the next 10 to 15 minutes. That's why you subscribe and turn on those notices. Thanks to all of you who tuned in today for our coverage of NFC Championship game week. Really do appreciate all the super chats. This is really humbling for me, honestly, to see all of you support the show. So it goes a long way, and we'll catch you tomorrow. See ya.